I am Kate. I'm Shannon's crew manager, i.e. her boss, on Red Watch in the control room, and I've been in the fire service for 10 years, previously with Dorset and then latterly with Dorset and Wiltshire.
I'm Shannon, and I am an operator in the control room, and I've been working for Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Rescue Service for just over a year now. So I think for me a big part of it is definitely teamwork. Having done other jobs in the past, I don't think there's ever been anything kind of that's matched the teamwork that there is in the control room. And I also like that you're dealing with everything as it comes. So you're dealing with the incident in front of you, and everyone knows their part to play. Everything's quite structured. And yeah, I just really enjoy being in the room and being part of the team. A massive part for me as well, as I'm sure it is for most people, is the sort of work-life balance that you get doing the job. So we work shifts, so we do 2 days, 2 nights, and then we have our 4 days off.
So I've obviously been in longer than Shannon, and previously working in the private sector, I can see the benefits of working within an organisation where you have very structured terms and conditions. You're working in a team environment. There's lots of policies and procedures that you can look at to know what you should be doing at a certain time and how to handle different situations. So I like the structure of working within the fire service. I like the team aspect of it. It's really, really important to work as part of a team and stick together and make sure that you're all supporting one another, even in, times of stress or hard times. So I really like the team aspect. Other aspects of the job, I like training people. So when Shannon started, I was her trainer. So it's nice to be able to teach people how to do the job. But yeah, I think like Shannon says, it's a really nice team environment. When you're working with people that you like and respect and you support each other, it's a really nice environment.
We do receive some quite funny calls from time to time. I can remember one where we had a call from a gentleman who was calling from a restaurant, and he had a snake in the kitchen. So there wasn't too much we could do to help him with that one, but it was quite a funny one. I think for me a big thing with dealing with the more sort of difficult and challenging calls would be I try to focus on the positives. So focusing on the fact that I am ultimately helping someone and trying to make this situation better. So I think for me a big thing is that it would be easy to sort of think of the negatives, but I feel like doing this job you kind of have to try and not let yourself do that. Obviously there are going to be calls that don't have a good outcome, and that is part of the job. But I think definitely focusing on the positives and how you may have helped that person, and obviously getting the help there as quick as we can and staying calm and offering reassurance to that person is a massive part of that. I know that the service also, if we do take a particularly difficult call or deal with a particularly difficult incident, we do have trim which is offered to us, which I know that Kate will be able to tell you a bit more about than myself.
Yeah, so trim is basically a way of dealing with incidents that have had an impact on an individual. So it can be anybody on the ground in the incident or in the control room, anyone who has felt that in some way they have been affected by it. So for instance, if we had a traumatic incident, it would automatically be flagged in the control room. It would get sent through to a trim practitioner who would then contact us to see if we needed any further assistance. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. What affects one person might not affect another. So I think the important thing is to realise that generally speaking, you can't make a situation worse. When you've got someone in dire need on the end of the phone, you are only improving that situation. So, we've all had people unfortunately die in incidents, and I think it's a little bit of a misunderstanding about our job, that some people think that it's a bit like sitting in a call centre, and that with a week's training you can be answering 999 calls and taking life and death situations, and you really can't. You need proper training.
I feel like for me, I've finally found my calling, so to speak. I know that sounds a little bit cheesy, but yeah, I've done customer service based jobs in the past, so I had a lot of experience dealing with the general public, but for me this is just kind of one of a kind, really. I I really enjoy the learning and the development. You're always learning something new. No 2 days are the same at work. So it keeps it interesting. I feel like I get a really great sense of job satisfaction. I love coming to work, and I think there's not a lot of people can actually say that and really mean it, and I really do. I love it here, and I would 100% recommend it to anyone who is wanting to help people, and to anyone who enjoys being a part of a team and learning and developing. Would definitely recommend.